Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. This is your host River Foxen, and we are again continuing with the main quest. So we're going to talk to Hananza here to get going. On to the Drydocks. Alright, looks like we'll get some shoes out of this one. Forge Master Hananza, head of the Naldik and Vimelis, wants you to assist with the workload over at the Drydocks. What say you to taking on some work from Naldik and Vimelis? We've a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Atberm, the head shipwright at the Drydocks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Lenosha. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Naldik and Vimelis. The Drydocks is one of Limsa Lominsa's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of the chocobo porters, first floor of the mizzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Alright, so it says I could take a chocobo there? I think normally I run, but yeah, let's try taking the chocobo. So first, let's see here. The chocobo is on the lower decks. Yeah. Alright, so first let's go to our nearest Ethernet. And go to the Aetherite Plaza. Like, I always thought you had to talk to the chocobo person at the place you wanted to go before you could actually take a chocobo there. So, but she said that I could take a chocobo there, so let's give it a try. If it doesn't work, we'll walk. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Alright, yeah, looks like I can go to Drydocks even though I've never been there. I think that might be for the quest. Alright. So this is an interesting thing when you're using a chocobo porter. You don't actually have control of this chocobo, although you can get off of it anywhere along the route. It is faster than walking, but not by much. But while you're on a rented chocobo, nothing will aggro you. Whereas if you're on a personal chocobo, things will aggro you. Yeah, looks like we're almost here. Alright. So first thing we're going to do is So we're going to attune to the local aetherite. What's down there? I wonder if I can just jump. Yep. A little bit of damage. But anyway, let's go speak to the person. Otberm. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hananza? I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon past. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay? I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? River, is it? Well, River, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is the symbol of Limsa Luminsa's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Alright, well, let's get some new shoes. And we gained a level. Let's put these shoes on. Alright. Not the most attractive shoes. But anyway, let's talk to him again and see what he has in store for us. Without a doubt. I'm going to get some gloves out of this one. Otberm is looking for a member of his crew and the items he was supposed to deliver. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Feralsmid. Man, these names. Feralsmid recently left Candlekeep K to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa Luminsa, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Halbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Key in my stead and inform Halbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to the Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Alright. So, we have to journey to Candlekeep Key and relay Atberm's doubt to Halbroda. Halbroda. Let's see, where is it? I think we actually... Oh, Yeah, there it is. It's not that far. Of course, I don't have any faster transport than, you know, my own 2 feet. All right. Megalo crab. Luckily, it is not aggressive. I believe this is the way I want to go. I mean, the crabs are well below my level, so it's not like they would be dangerous to fight. It would just take up time. Haldbroda. Yeah? Does that self-righteous dog Otberm doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Okay. So I have to type /doubt. Turtleback Island. He cannot do that. Can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator, rest her soul. I know naught of this Visceral Smid. Or no, Feral Smid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the quay have had enough trouble these past few suns, what with the sinking of that Laminson cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders off in the grip. Alright. I actually already have those gloves, I think, or at least equivalent gloves. See, I wish I could do this comparison of the other stats other than just the main stats, but I'm pretty sure I have equivalent gloves, so I'm going to get the money instead. Alright, and let's talk to him again. This time we'll get a belt, which will be an improvement. Haldbroda has a suggestion for the kind adventurer who came bearing Foreman Atberm's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across this Feral Smid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. I again apologize. That name just defeats me every time I see it. Alright. So, heading up the beach. Oh, there he is. Feral Smid. Aye, I'm Feral Smid. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show me face at the Drydocks until I've righted the terrible wrong I've caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the Drydocks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs. So I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt the shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had a hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Laminson galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I's made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with cakeern, and I ain't a one with a sword. Now, you can see why it is I cannot return to the Drydocks. All right. So we have to salvage things, but there's these guys in the way. I like how the guy he was talking to didn't even notice that his friend just ran off to fight us. They make kind of a cute noise when they die. Alright, not really a challenge because they're level 11 and I'm level 17. And since it's not an instance, I don't actually get level capped. Uh-oh, we got two. Alright, so those are all the things I need, so let's take them back to Visceral Smith, or Feral Smith. Again, I just keep messing up his name. Might be Feral Smite. Viral Smite, I don't know. Let's just call him Feral Smith. That night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long afore the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I awoke to find myself washed ashore. And here I's been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Alright, here's your things. The missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Atburn that I'll be back at the Drydocks by daybreak? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. All right, and now we're going to go back and talk to Atburn. I am relieved to hear that both Smith and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent the Drydocks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Key was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Alright, so get a new belt. And so what's this? Action Learn Fester and Aether Flow Gauge unlocked. So that's this thing here. I'm going to have to adjust my UI to put that somewhere more useful. But what is Fester? Alright. Okay, so I basically am going to get Aether Flow. Guess maybe I have to... And there's a bunch of things that got unlocked all at once. Okay, Swift Cast means that I can cast a second spell immediately. And Energy Drain. So I believe Energy Drain is what I use to get Aether Flow, and then I spend it using Fester. Well, I will research a lot of that off screen, so for the time being, I'm going to end the episode here. So if you enjoyed this Let's Play, be sure to like and subscribe and click the bell icon if you're so inclined, and I'll see you later.